Hey everyone, so the topic I wanted to discuss today is when to walk away from a relationship when both parties involved are addicted. Yes, it is a difficult decision to make, but it is a decision that needs to be made. Whether you're drinking alcohol or you are using harder drugs that can cause you to overdose and die, you need to consider whether or not it's time to leave your relationship. One simple question can give you the answer to that. Is it worth your life to stay? And that can mean a variation of things. That can mean emotionally, mentally, and physically, is it worth your life staying? Or it can mean like literally, is it worth your life staying because you might die from an overdose? So when I ask you that question, I know like the answer should be obvious, but actually playing the answer out is extremely difficult to do. I know this because I've been in that situation. My husband at the time was addicted to heroin, and I was addicted as well. There were several times I questioned myself as to whether or not I should leave the relationship or stay. A lot of the times I would tell myself stay because I thought it was going to get better. We had two beautiful kids together, and I wanted to make things work because I wanted them to have a functioning family. When in the reality of things, it was screwed up anyhow because we were both loaded all the time. But in my head, they had two parents, which meant for somewhat of a stable home. And eventually I had to come to the decision of, was it worth my life to stay? Because we got to the point to where we were overdosing several times in a month. And so I finally came to the choice that for me it wasn't worth my life. I didn't want to die, and I wanted better for my kids, so I left. It was very difficult for me to do. I'm not going to say it was easy because it wasn't. It took a lot of courage, and it took a lot of strength, and it took a lot of time for me to be okay with that decision. And sure enough, a little bit later after that, I got a call from his mom, who was crying and saying that she had found him in the bathroom and he had died from an overdose. And at that time, I was angry. I was angry because he's gone. I knew he wasn't going to be there no more. And that made me upset. It made me upset because now I was here to deal with it on my own. But at the same time, I was grateful. I was grateful that I decided to leave because I saw where it was going. And I was grateful that I was still alive and I was going to be okay. I had to tell my 4-year-old daughter at the time that her dad had passed and that she was never going to be able to see him again. And that was by far the most difficult thing I've ever had to do in my life. So if you're considering whether or not it's time to leave a relationship, if you don't want to lose your life, then yes, it's time to leave that relationship. You're not going to be able to save that person. You would have a better chance trying to save that person once you're clean and in a better state of mind than you would trying to save them while you're still addicted yourself. So hopefully this video helps someone. If you think of someone that could use this advice that I've given, please share the video. If you've struggled with the same decision, drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take on it. And I will see you guys later.